Hey, it's Dr. Ron here on behalf of the Mental Health Gym and the Rejuvenating Revolution. A really interesting thing happened to my wife and I a couple of weeks ago. We met a new couple that moved into the neighborhood, and I think we're going to be friends for a long time. The reason why is because we've already gone out to one meal with them, and we got through the entire meal without talking about health issues. It's really comforting to be able to socialize with a couple, particularly when you get to be the age I am, and not have to make health a major issue around which we socialize. When I wrote the book Rejuvenating, the Art and Science of Growing Older with Enthusiasm, one of the things that I pointed out was kind of my unscientific study that when you get six people, three couples or six people who are related in some way together past a certain age, that at least one of them will start talking about health issues. And that will be a trigger for some of the others to chime in. And pretty soon, instead of a social evening or afternoon or meal, it becomes a medical report. Now, that's a bit of a problem to me for various reasons. Number one, in many ways, you are and become what you talk about. So just like some people have a really difficult time being able to carry on a conversation of any length without talking about their job, and others may still be talking about the last election as their constant, ongoing topic of influence. And others may be so into the weather that that's what they talk about, seemingly not recognizing that whatever is going on outside, most of us have the ability to be inside during inclement weather. Some people not, but for many of us, that's not a major issue. And the point is, if you begin to make health the major thing that you're talking about, particularly declining health, then that becomes kind of what you are. That's how people learn who you are, that's what they expect from you. And unfortunately, it can also influence others because we've all, past a certain age, we've all got some health issues that we can talk about. I've often thought that one of the really good things about continuing to work at an age when a lot of people have retired is the fact that it forces me to not focus on illness. In other words, if I have an illness or injury or something that has to be attended to, I'll go to the physician or physical therapy or whatever, and then I go back to work. So that hasn't become a dominant part of the day. It's one of the really difficult things that happen when people don't have enough other things in their day. Then something that is a must, attending to your physical issues, then becomes a central theme. It's not really healthy to be thinking about declining health all the time. It's healthy to do stuff about it. If you learn how to manage your health in better ways, if you learn better ways of coping with exercise, diet, weight loss, things of that nature, that's a thing to share, and then move on to other topics. As I said, we met this interesting couple, and when we left our meal, I noticed that we had talked some about the weather, some about current events, some about climate change, some about sports, some about politics, some about future vacation plans now that things are opening up a bit, some about 4th of July celebrations that we had seen. but not really much about health issues, despite the fact that we all have them. You know, again, past a certain age, you have them, but they don't have to dominate your thinking. So, my lesson for today, the thing that I really want to encourage, is when you're with other people, notice the conversation. Notice, have you added that toxic element of overly focusing upon health? Or has another person or another couple done so? And how do you feel about it? If you're very comfortable in dealing with that on a long-term basis, on a lengthy basis, maybe you ought to rethink about what else is going on with your life and increase some of that stuff so that health and medical issues do not become the way in which you define yourself. Any thoughts on the matter? I'm always open to hearing from you. Again, this has been Dr. Ron Kaiser, and hopefully let's focus on health in a positive way rather than making it a major topic of discussion in a toxic way.